study these groups properly and understand the dog that you're getting matches the intention that you had at the first point. Because if you don't, then it's just going to mismatch. Cross. Sit. Cross. Stay. Go. Pew. Hello and welcome to Zen Dog. This is Sina and I'm here to help you help your dog. So here is 6 things that you might want to consider before you get a dog. Number 1, make sure that you clarify your intention. That means, why are you getting a dog? Are you getting a dog to not be alone? Are you getting a dog to guard your house? Are you getting a dog to help you herd your other animals? Or what is the reason that you're getting a dog? So now that your intention is clear, we move on to number 2, which is understanding dog groups. So every dog, similar to human cultures, every dog group have different traits and have different attitudes and they're bred to do different things. So there are 6 or 7 main categories of dog groups, and they are herding dogs, hounds, non-sporting dogs, sporting dogs, terriers, and 1 or 2 more. So study these groups properly and understand the dog that you're getting matches the intention that you had at the first point. Because if you don't, then it's just going to mismatch. So the dog might be nice and it might be a very good dog and it might look really beautiful, but it's not going to necessarily fit in your family or you and your other dog properly because that didn't necessarily match the intention. And just having this little tip before getting a dog will dramatically change your relationship with your dog in the future. So for example, if I was not a so active person and then I got a sporting dog, then I would probably be not having so much fun because that dog would ask for a lot and I wouldn't be able to give that. Or for example, if I was doing 9 to 5 every day at the office, I would not get a herding dog because that dog deserves to go out and explore every day and it asks a lot more than a toy dog, for example. So now that we have identified what dog groups are, that's going to move us to point number 3, which is whether I want to adopt a dog or whether I want to buy a dog. Adoption is great. Jake has adopted. I'm all about adoption. However, it's the best if you can foster before you get a dog, or at least be aware of the group, the category of the dog that you're buying, because there's so many cases that the dog gets adopted and people are obsessed with the way it looks. It gets transferred to a different country and then the energies don't match. If you get to foster, you're going to avoid this problem. Now, if you decide to buy a dog, make sure that you are going to get it from a proper breeder. What does that mean is that's basically our number 4 difference between the breeders. So we have backdoor breeding, which in case if you're getting a really good price and they don't let you into the house, that's backdoor breeding, and that is not good for the sake of the animals, and it's the best to avoid supporting those groups. If you're lucky and you find a good breeder, it's important to see how the breeder acts with the mom. Is the mom fearful of the breeder? Is the breeder tense and angry with the mom of the litter? Because in that case, the mom's behavior, the breeder's behavior gets transferred to the mom and the mom's behavior gets transferred to the litter, and that behavior is going to dictate the rest of the litter's behavior for a long time, and it's going to be the base of how they're going to be. So it is modifiable, of course, and it is trainable, but it's going to take you a lot of effort and time. Now, moving on to number 5, would you like a puppy or would you like an adult dog? Most dog owners, most first-time dog owners who get a puppy have no idea what they're getting themselves into, and that usually gets them into trouble because you have to understand that it's going to be a period that this dog is going to go through phases of behaviors like teenager behaviors, just very similar to humans. So if you decide to get a puppy, puppies are a lot more adjustable to the behavior that we want them to be. However, it comes with a lot more work and dedication of time. If you don't have the time, try not to get a puppy. For example, I had a family who were a family of 6, a very busy family, and they got a puppy, and the dog was a sporting dog, so it required a lot of attention, and they could not give that attention, and the dog became aggressive, and it was a disaster. So aside from all the temptation of getting a puppy, make sure that you have the time and the dedication, and you're going to invest in the knowledge of raising a puppy, and you're going to house-proof. A lot of things are going to change, and definitely it's going to be worth it, but it's going to come with a lot of effort, and we need to understand this before we choose a dog, especially a puppy. If you choose an adult dog, it comes without those problems. So it already comes probably house-trained. It will already come probably over the phase of teenager behaviors, which is rebellious, and the other phases that they go through. So it's a lot easier. So moving on to our last point, number 6. Prepare yourself for a lot of changes in your life when you get a puppy. There's going to be periods of happiness, there's going to be periods of love and appreciation, but there's going to be a lot of differences in your life. So you have to commit to take them out at least 3 times a day. You have to commit to the expenses of it. You have to understand that they might destroy your apartment or your house, and they might do some housebreaking. They might have housebreaking issues. So accept these before you get a puppy, because I see so many frustrated people that they forget why they got a dog. So whenever you got frustrated, remember that you got a dog to have fun in the end of the day. And that's going to be the 6 points for today. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next video.